Time now for News Extra today, brought to you by Intralinks. And here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. And fittingly, as the Westminster Kennel Show is the big rage this week on television, we have Suzanne Lilja Kingma here, and she's going to talk about the Scottsbluff Kennel Show that's coming up at the end of March. Welcome.
Exactly. Thank you.
Welcome. All right, so the Kennel Show is the end of March. Why don't you give the dates? It's kind of different this year because you're doing it on Easter weekend, right?
Unfortunately, it is Easter weekend, but it is Friday, March 29th, Saturday, March 30th, and Sunday, March 31st.
Over at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds. Now, it's a 3-day show, and the big reason that Suzanne is here is registration deadline. I mean, it doesn't, you look at the registration deadline, you go, well, that's maybe a month away, but it climbs up on you pretty fast, right?
It surely does, and if you miss that deadline, you do not get your entries in. There's no swinging that one way or the other. It has to be there by noon on the 13th or you're out of luck.
Noon on the 13th of March is when you have to have your entries in. That's a Wednesday. So how do you get entered in the dog show?
Well, first of all, you have to have a dog that is AKC registered if you're going to be competing in conformation. And if you don't have a dog that is AKC registered but is purebred, you can apply for an ILP number that is second to an AKC register, and you can compete in the rally and obedience competition.
All right. And then the other competition is, what's the other competition you mentioned?
Conformation.
Conformation. What's the difference between all those competitions?
Okay, conformation is the structure of it. That's where they go for breed in their championship. In obedience, you go for titles, but it's your companion dog and your companion dog expert. And then there's also open and advanced, where it's got a lot of similar things to agility, which we don't offer, unfortunately. And then rally is a more relaxed obedience competition.
All right. So all these competitions run all 3 days, Friday,
Right.
Saturday, and Sunday, March 29th, 30th, and 31st. Now, to register, is there a site online that the people can go to, or how do they do that?
Yes, there is. I want to clarify that each day is a show in itself. And so even though the same dogs you'll see all weekend, they will be competing under different judges for their titles. And so that makes it an individual show each day.
Oh, okay. All right. So to register, people should either contact you or they go online, or how do they do it?
They can go online. They can go to Anna Frio's show site and download a entry form and get all the information from premium lists. And that show site is www.onofrio.com, and it's spelled ONOFRIO.com.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought. Just like it sounds.
Just like it sounds.
All right.
Or you can pick up a premium list. I will be putting some out at the Humane Society, at the various vets' office, or you can contact me and we can get you going on that.
All right. What's your number if people want to contact you?
632-4271.
All right. Now, having it on Easter weekend is, like you said, a little bit different. This happened, what, once before? And
It's happened several times.
Several times.
It just happens the way the calendar falls and the way Easter falls. So, but we do make compensations for it. We're considering having a non-denominational sunrise service on Sunday in the event center before the show starts. So,
yeah.
And we'll have more information about that closer to the time.
All right, and maybe there might be a few less people from out of state, maybe because of the Easter thing, or they might go Friday and Saturday and then go home and not necessarily be here on Sunday, something like that. Right?
That's correct. We've seen in the past when it's been on Easter weekend that our entries on Sunday do seem to fall a little bit because of the fact that a lot of people want to be home.
Yeah. All right, show hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on March 29th, 30th, and 31st. Is there a cost if people are going to mark that on their calendar and say, I'd like to see the dog show, and how much is it?
Well, there's no entry. There's no cost for entering the show to watch people, but there is a $2 parking fee. So load the car up, and for a loaded car, you can get in for $2.
In for $2, and just share that $2 cost or whatever. Okay.
Right.
So the big date we want to mention to people is March 13th. You got to get those registrations in, and online it's onofrio.com, onofrio.com, or you can give Suzanne a call at 632-4271, or go over to the Panhandle Humane Society or any of the vets and pick up those registration forms.
They're called premium lists, so they know
Premium
what
lists. Okay,
right.
so that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, and that tells you.
You're educating me on this. Okay?
This shows you what all of the things that are being offered, what you can do and not do, and even though you mentioned that the show is starting at 7 o'clock, the judging probably will not start until 8 or 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right, very good. So, so what'd you think of the dog that won at Westminster?
It's not my breed, but it's a nice little dog. It's a top winning dog. So.
Yeah. Okay. Different dog.
Different.
You were saying this dog is, when you pick him up, it's kind of clingy
like a
clingy
monkey.
like a monkey.
That's kind of why they call it.
They call
Well,
it the
besides looking a little bit like a monkey, they cling to you like a monkey too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that wouldn't quite be the dog I would want, but that's okay. That's fine.
Some people like that.
Some people like that. So anyway, okay. All right. Very good. So get those. What'd you call them again?
Premium lists.
Premium lists in. Premium lists in on March 13th is the deadline. I know it's a month away, but it'll get up on you in a hurry. So make sure. That's why we had Suzanne in here to remind you to get it done.
Get it done and put it on the calendar, and you know it's not too late if you're thinking about starting a puppy out. You know, talking to some of the kennel club members and stuff on helping you show a dog or something like that. So we're out there to help the public.
All right, real quick, how many dogs do you usually have for this?
Last year we had over 800 for each day. So
wow, that's a lot.
It
Guys
is.
do well.
Yeah.
It's a good show. All right, Suzanne Lilja Kingma, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.